Hey everyone, welcome back to the JavaScript full course. If you are new here, I'm Bill, and in this lesson, I will share with you the most important foundation in programming, and this will be JavaScript operators. Operators are how we tell the computer to do something with your information or data. They connect variables, forms expressions, and the power of every algorithm you'll ever write. Before we start, make sure you've watched the previous lessons on variables and constants. I have shared the link at the end of this video. And don't forget to subscribe, join as a member, or click the super thanks to support more tutorials like this. Let's start with some basics. An operator is a symbol that tells JavaScript to perform a specific action. So on this example, it will be the plus sign, and then combine variables, constants, and operators to produce a result, like what you see here on line 3. And an algorithm is simply a set of instructions that solve a problem, often using many expressions together. And this will be your simple algorithm. And you will see here on the line number 2 that it is showing a red squiggly line or an error. To be able to support the ECMAScript 6 or ES6, you will need to change your scope into this custom scope. And as we do that, the red squiggly line will go away. And if you have not done so on creating a new scope, you will see a video about separations of concern at the end of the screen, so you can also follow along. And before we run the script, I will explain to you line by line. The 10 and 5 here are operands or values, and the plus sign is the operator. And the whole thing, 10 plus 5, is an expression that evaluates to 15. Think of it like a mathematics class, but only now you're teaching the computer how to do mathematics. Now, as you run the script, it will provide you the results, which is 15. Now, let us click the back button so we can go back to the old page. So, arithmetic operators, in short, are used to perform mathematical calculations. And I have created this list of the basic arithmetic operators in JavaScript, from addition, subtraction, and so on, that will provide you the results in every of the expression. So let me paste this line of code, a full example of your arithmetic operators in action. So line 17 and 18, this is where we declare two variables. And these two variables, you can utilize them into different arithmetic operators, from addition, subtraction, multiplication, until you basically arrive to exponentiation. So exponentiation means you're raising it to a power, like saying A times itself, B times. So the JavaScript course, learning the technology is a hands-on job. And I suggest to run the script on your own on this lower left to see the actual results, which I've already written and commented out. And as you run the script, the program will give you the results as described on each operation and in line on the code. Now, I'd like you to explore the two special operators. This is the increment and the decrement. These are commonly used in loops and counters. So I don't want you to worry about loops for now, since we will be deep diving on that lesson. And eventually, what I'd like you to learn on these two special operators, starting from line 44 going to line 52. So you have the variable count that contains the number 5. As you can see, you could add two plus signs. So let me just make this bigger and click this link here to toggle to the full screen. And you will see here that the behavior, we're adding 1 from the original number, which becomes a counter. And the result of this will be 6. And the decrement will basically do the opposite. And you can also use them before or after the variable. So as I print this example code where we have declared 10 as the number variable, and we call line 55 as pre-increment. So some useful tips. You use pre-increment when you want the variable to increase before using it, while the post-increment when you want to use the current value first, then increase it. So let us run the script so you will be able to see the actual results. So I'm just having trouble in finding the run script. So let us return to the smaller view so we could click the run script button. And as we run it, you will see the results. And let us go back to the same page that we're working. And one of the tips and tricks that I'd like to share with you, the common pitfalls in programming, is reading it and watching and not testing it. And I like you to make mistakes and get experience. And as you learn to problem solve, know the structure of the code, what's working and what's not working, it will give you confidence on how the JavaScript framework basically works. And if you're learning a lot from this video, make sure to subscribe and join as a member. You'll get access to exclusive and early access to video. Also use the super thanks to support more lessons like this. Now let us bring it all together into a single algorithm. We'll calculate the total and average of 3 test scores. So on this example, we have created 3 scores from line 60 up to line 62. Then we have calculated the total of the 3 variables, and we have done an average. And finally, on line 70, we have printed out the final results, which computes the total and average values together. And this is how simple math turns into a working program. So let's have a recap on what you've learned today. Operators connect variables and create expressions. Arithmetic operators handle mathematical tasks. And you learned about the different arithmetic operators, which is shown here, and saw the actual results. And at the end of this example, you also build a simple algorithm using these operators. In the next lesson, we'll dive deeper into assignment operators, how to update and manipulate values efficiently. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more JavaScript lessons every week. Join as a member to unlock code exercises and bonus projects. Thanks for watching, and remember, every line of code you write brings you closer to becoming a professional JavaScript developer.